Okay, first of all, I'd like to greet everyone on YouTube. So, hello. Okay, I'm Herman. I'm a student in Madagascar at the English department of Diego. I'm here to talk about tourism in Madagascar. It has something to do with pros, cons, and some suggestions about tourism in general. So I'd like to start with the pros of tourism in Madagascar. Uh, First, I want to talk about that is about currency. I mean, foreigners, they come here and they bring foreign money. So I think that it's among the good thing that brings tourism in Madagascar. The next thing is culture. I mean, through the contact with the foreign people and by the way of communications, Malagasy people have opportunity to learn and to understand different culture abroad. And I think that it's a good thing to know what happened around the world. And also, knowledge can pass consistently because we met different kind of persons and information is passing through. So it's a good thing. The next thing I want to talk about that is a relationship. I mean, after the tourist left, the tourist guides still have contact with the persons through internet, and that makes a good relationship abroad. We have also kind of popularity in tourism because maybe the foreigners will be fascinated by the way how Malagasy people receive him. So that's qualifying Malagasy people as trade abroad, which shows a good image of Malagasy people then. So it's a good thing. Last thing I want to talk about pros in tourism is charitism. I mean, visitors, they can help freely poor people by giving gifts like clothes, books, or even knowledge, because some of them taught, and that's really fitable for the students to know what is going on around the world. And apart from the program we have here, it's a great thing. So now I want to pass to the cons and some suggestions about the tourism in Madagascar. So I want to talk first about disease. I mean, places in which different kind of person of visits are not safe for epidemic or contagious disease such as malaria, tuberculosis, and even dangerous illness like AIDS. And as solution to that, I suggest kind of inspections. I mean, the police should make kind of inspection to all newcomers in here, especially to know all informations about medical index forms to make sure that this person doesn't have such disease with him. I think it's safer. Also, I want to talk about crime and violence. I mean, by the way of receiving guests, traffic of guns and kidnapping may happen to the located area. So I suppose kind of secure area. I mean, the government should have strengthened security into Madagascar territory, especially all means of traveling around Madagascar should be kept under surveillance to know what happened there. I think it's safer. And also I want to talk a little bit about sexual exploitations. I mean, young girls under 18 years old might be victims of sexual addictions, and most of them left school to practice sexual tourism, and I think that it's not a good thing. So for that cases, I propose kind of prohibitions. I mean, young girls under 18 years old should be kept on surveillances, especially in the threatened places like in a disco or a nightclub, and that should be underlined by laws like 20 years of jail or 1 billion ariary of amendments. And also I want to talk about robbery. I mean, visitor can grab some plants, rare plants or animals to bring them for sale abroad, or to put them into a zoo that makes them lots of money, which is not so fair for Malagasy persons. And I suggest to have kind of control assistance, especially in the area which has a park. So there should be kind of mobile sheriff which make control the places. Then the last thing I want to talk about that is a custom. I mean, young generations may left their own to imitate what foreigners do, and it's not really good at all, because they maybe lose their own culture to imitate the new ones, especially on clothing style that's often common. And for solution to that, I think that it's good if you have in the education system kind of module which shows how a high importance of Malagasy culture as improvement inside. I think it's a good thing. So that's the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.